All right, I think we are officially live. Okay, welcome back everyone to another live video here on the DuPont Registry Instagram account. My name is Gabriel. I am the automotive content manager for DuPont Registry. Basically, I test and review all sorts of new vehicles. And do I have a crazy vehicle for you guys today? It is the new Rezvani Hercules 6x6. This is by far the rarest vehicle I've ever shown you guys. This is one of 6 only made up to this point. There's obviously more in production, but this is the 6th one I was told. So like with the other vehicles, I'll give you guys a tour around it. I'll take any and all questions, anything you guys want to know about it, because there's a lot of really interesting things with this truck. And frankly, I will say not that many driving impressions because I really haven't driven it all that far. This is a customer vehicle, so we don't want to put too many miles on it. But so the essentials of this. So this is essentially a Jeep Gladiator. Obviously it has a stretched frame, and I can show you exactly where the frame is stretched. So right here, you can see where the cut is made and the extension is added, which gives you that extra wheel and tire and that third axle on the back. So we will get an exhaust note a little bit towards the end, but I promise you I will get you an exhaust note. So electric, actually that it gives me a good indication to talk about the engine. So Rezvani gives you a bunch of different engine options. You can get the standard V6, you can get in the regular Gladiator or Wrangler, but this one has a V8. It has a 6.4 liter V8 from like the Dodge 392 models. So this one makes 500 horsepower, but you can have either the Hellcat engine or a custom made 7 liter supercharged engine, which makes 1300 horsepower on E85. It is definitely not electric. So tons of bald eagles under the hood. The body on this thing is absolutely insane. Look at how far it recesses from the standard sort of Gladiator bodywork. It's really freaking thick. So here's the inside. This one has a black leather interior with this unique stitch pattern. I was just at the Rezvani showroom and they showed me all the different patterns and colors you can get. It's pretty much endless. Red stitch on this one, and the inside, it's pretty close to a Gladiator. I mean, honestly, again, the big difference is the leather, the screen, but you can kind of recognize that original layout. And oddly enough, every one of these you buy come with their own bottle of wine. So let's go back out to the exterior really quick. Let me show you a different angle just for those who want to see it. I'm gonna have to walk back quite a bit because, well, it's enormous, but there you can see the whole thing. Let me look at some questions really quick. Fully bulletproof. Okay, so you can get a version of this that is bulletproof. It's the armored version, but this one is not that one. This is kind of the quote unquote base model, but you can obviously have that as an armored version. This one comes in at around 5,500 pounds. So it's not as heavy as I thought, honestly. I was expecting it to be much heavier than that, but because it is the non-armored version, it is not that heavy. Eric says 0 to 60 time. Honestly, I don't know, but I mean, I've only driven it very briefly, but you can feel the fact that obviously this is the 500 horsepower V8. You definitely wouldn't want to have the standard V6 on this one. Let me get you a shot of the rear. I love the color on this one. This sort of matte gray finish looks really nice. Price, yes, the big question, price. So base price on one of these starts at $195,000, but this one with the options that it has, I believe it's around $275,000. This one as it sits. This one just came off the production line and has very few miles on it. So let me show you the bed. You have these unique Rezvani taillights. Big old bed in the back, although I doubt I'll see one of these at Home Depot anytime soon, but you could definitely do that if you wanted to. This one has the big Rezvani text in the rear with the front and rear metal bumpers. So let me get my finger out of the way. So one thing that's interesting is, so this is full-time all-wheel drive. So in most situations, you're going to be getting drive in the 2 rear wheels, but you can engage 6-wheel drive and include the one in the front. So 99% of the time will be just these 2 in the rear, but then you can engage that one in the front. Technically, this would make a pretty decent off-roader, especially like maybe like some gravel, sand. But some of the folks at Rezvani were telling me that, frankly, pretty much none of the customers that buy this actually off-road with it. It's more so, you know, they just like the look. So let me show you inside. You know what? Why don't we turn it on, actually? Let me see if I can get you guys that exhaust note that I promised. Would you mind turning it on, just revving it a little bit and get some exhaust notes? Okay, cool. So we're gonna get some V8 sound. And for those wondering, nope, not an electric truck. There you go, V8 sound. So the engine option in this truck, being the 6.4 liter, let me see if I can show you guys some of the inside. Actually, let me turn it back on. I'll show them the inside and everything. Do you have the key? Oh, perfect. Thank you. All right. So let's look at the interior really quick. One thing that I noticed is that once you close the doors, it gets really, really quiet in here. You can see, actually, let me show you the thickness of the added bodywork right here. So you have the regular line right here, and then this new body line. So this extra bit of thickness actually seems to do a good amount with sound deadening. So here's the interior. It looks pretty much like a normal Gladiator, right? But you have this big screen in the center with all of your smartphone connectivity. It seems to be some sort of Android-based system, but you can upgrade the stereo, the roof. This one has a little radio, lighting, and you have speakers on the roof. One thing that's interesting about this truck is that the roof is no longer removable. It has this like suede headliner, and it's fixed in place now. So here's another shot of the seats. These are, I believe, heated but not cooled, and they have pretty good bolstering actually for a freaking truck. One thing that I kind of want to convey about this is that because it is Gladiator based, and here's what it looks like out the window. Because it is Gladiator based, it doesn't feel huge. It feels like a small-ish truck. Let me jump out. So the steps are also an optional extra. All right. Now that I've given you guys the rundown, give myself a second to breathe here. Do you guys have any questions? Anything you want to know about it? I see some of you guys are very excited about it. I am too. This is frankly one of the nuttiest cars I've ever driven or seen. Radical Deuce at 6x6, right? Yes. So 6x6, it's you 99% of the time you'll get drive to all 4 wheels, so it's full-time all-wheel drive, but then you can engage the front wheels to have 6-wheel drive. So definitely yes. Is this in Tampa? No, we are in Irvine, California right now. Let's see. Yes, okay, so 1,000 horsepower. This one does not have the 1,000 horsepower option, but you can get one. This one has the 500 horsepower, 6.4 liter V8, but you can get a larger engine option with, and tuned for E85, it'll make 1,300 horsepower. Actually, yes, let me show you the engine. So the hood release on these Rezvanis is actually hidden under here. So it's right there. Pull that. Let me see if I can do this with one hand. One moment. Thank you for the assist. So here's the engine. You guys wanted to see? Here's under the hood, powered by SRT. Like I said, this one makes about 500 horsepower, but you can have pretty much, they have a bunch of other engine options. Now, I will say, you can keep the stock V6, although I don't know why you'd want to. Because that one only makes like 296 horsepower, but this one is kind of like the sweet spot of what you want. But they did tell me that they have another one in production with the bigger supercharged engine, so I would be really interested to see how that one feels. But other than that, here it is, kind of like standard SRT engine. The front fascia is really interesting on this truck. all the Rezvanis now have kind of like that corporate face, whether it be the tank or the Hercules. And oh, diesel option available. Yes, you can. There is a diesel option available. I believe it is. I forget which diesel engine it is. I apologize for that. But yes, there is a diesel option available. Let's see. We'll melt the injectors with the 1,000 horsepower. Well, this one is a 500 horsepower engine, so hopefully it won't do that. Hopefully it will be a little bit more sturdy than that. But yeah, let me give you guys one final look of this freaking pickup truck. I gotta go do some other photos. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to hang out with me for a few minutes. Other vehicles, other upcoming vehicles. I always want to let you guys know what's coming. I have an Audi R8 Spider that I'm getting tomorrow. And then probably in a week or two, I'm going to get the new Audi RS3. So stick around for those if you guys want to see those. Let me see if I can answer a couple more questions before I go here. Do they make any other colors? Yes. So in terms of the colors, you can pick whatever you want. It just so happens that a lot of the people that option these pick this like kind of gray or more darker, more muted colors. But you can pick pretty much whatever you want. They'll paint it for you. So all right, well, thank you everyone so much for spending some time with me today. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you on the next one.